You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lim. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is in custody this morning after being detained overnight by federal authorities in New York. According to a person familiar with the situation, Combs was caught off guard by his arrest in the lobby of the Park Hyatt Hotel, where he'd been living for several weeks. The arresting charges are part of a sealed indictment that authorities say will likely be released later this morning. But it comes 6 months after law enforcement sources told NBC that federal agents searched Combs' property.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Really nice meeting you guys.
Say man, hey man, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And I had to come back and spin the YouTube block about P. Diddy. And the P stands for pissing in his boots, because that's apparently what he's doing now that he's in federal custody. And this Tuesday morning, right now, he is apparently getting ready to go to be arraigned in that New York court and found out what type of charges he's actually facing today, right? And also, they're saying that this sealed indictment shall be unsealed today of Tuesday. Pac died September the 13th, 1996. And P. Diddy was arrested on September the 16th. 2024, just 3 days after the death date of legendary iconic rapper Tupac. Now, isn't that ironic? Wowzers, yikes. Now, a lot of questions are looming around the footage. Why hasn't TMZ? They always on the scene, right? And they even put out an article showing pictures of Puffy's last moments up until he was allegedly arrested by Homeland Security, the FEDS, right? So why no video, TMZ? This is what everybody's asking. Where is the video footage of P. Diddy being arrested there at Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan, New York? Well, as of now, I've scoured the internet. I've been up all night, you guys, trying to find this footage, and all the footage I found is what I showed in the beginning of the video, right? Now, as you've seen in one of those videos, one of those clips, Puffy was at the Central Park hours before his arrest, right? And he was looking real suspicious, looking all around as if Homeland Security and the feds were possibly going to bust him and arrest him there, right? So we got video of people videoing him, right? Caught him at this Central Park outing. Why come nobody caught Puff Daddy being arrested at that Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan? Now, this is not a conspiracy video. This is curiosity, right? I'm asking logical questions. And curiosity doesn't mean conspiracy. See, a lot of people get that mixed up. So I have to clear that up because, as of right now, it seems that TMZ would have put out some type of footage, a little clip or something, right? Now, if Puffy already had, a notion, if he already had a heads up on him already being in New York for a week before his arrest, and he said that he possibly knew he was going to be arrested. How didn't TMZ find this out? Why wasn't they ready and on the scene with the cameras to catch Puffy with those cuffs on his hand? Wow, that's crazy, you guys. But like I said, as of right now, there's no footage of Puff Daddy P. Diddy, right, being arrested by Homeland Security. So, will they finally come out with some footage? It's hard to believe that, he was in a lobby at that Park Hyatt Hotel, and they say around 8 to 9 o'clock, this arrest took place. So nobody was around at that hotel, in that hotel lobby, to whip out their camera phone, video Sean Puffy Combs being arrested. People want to see this footage, right? People been waiting to see this for a long time, and now they're denying us this access, right? All we get to see is news reports and pictures and still frames and old videos, right? But where is the footage of Puff Daddy actually getting the cuffs slapped on him by the feds? You tell me. And Puffy was also taking pictures with his family while he was out there in New York. I showed the clip of that, right? He had the same shirt on hours before he was arrested, the same outfit, right? So all this footage, of him being out and about in New York, in Manhattan, right, is all over the internet, right? But we still don't see any arrest footage. But according to reports, Diddy was arrested in the lobby of a hotel, which happens to be the Hyatt, all right, the Park Hyatt in Manhattan, in New York City, according to a person familiar with the situation, who described him as caught off guard by the apprehension. Combs had been living at the hotel for several weeks. Now, why was Combs staying at this hotel for several weeks? So, he had already been in New York for a week, they said. But according to this report, he was staying and living at this Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan for several weeks upon his apprehension. And they saying that he was caught off guard, right? But we still don't get any footage of this action at all, I guess. So this is very telling. Check this out. TMZ put this in their article. They say a law enforcement source tells TMZ Diddy's arrest was scheduled for Tuesday. Really scheduled, right? So they just swooped in on him, and he was startled by this whole arrest. But according to TMZ, Diddy's arrest was scheduled for Tuesday, today. Wow. But something happened that caused the feds to move in a day earlier. So did they have his phones tapped and they heard that Diddy would possibly catch a flight and get up out of New York before the arrest happened? Who knows? But something happened where they swooped in a day earlier, right? However, U.S. Attorney Damon Williams said federal agents took him in based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. According to unconfirmed reports, they're saying that Diddy's hotel room at that Park Hyatt was also being searched by agents. Wow. What did they find, you guys? According to pictures, Diddy was also spotted out at a dinner on last Friday, right? And, all these sightings of Diddy up until the point to where he was apprehended and arrested by Homeland Security and the feds, right? All over the internet, right? Even with him being at Central Park, taking pictures with his family outside of the I assume the hotel or the restaurant. Well, that's very suspicious when it comes to one of the biggest arrests in music history, with Sean Puffy Combs being indicted by a grand jury, right? We don't have any footage, any video of him being arrested by Homeland Security and the feds. Wow. And according to reports, after Diddy was arrested, they held him at that federal facility up until Tuesday morning today, so he can go to that courtroom and be arraigned. And they're gonna unseal that indictment for us, and we can finally see what the government is charging Sean Puffy Combs with, you guys. Wow, I can't wait, right? And also with Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, the P stands for pissing in his boots, right? They're saying that he was already in New York, right? Weeks before this arrest, anticipating his arrest. So, like I said in my video before this one, he had to be given a heads up on this alleged arrest that we haven't seen yet, right? So, I find that very suspicious that P. Diddy would be caught off guard, like they said in the report, when he actually went to New York with, you know, the knowledge of being arrested. Ain't that something? Yikes. Nevertheless, I'll keep my eyes and ears to the internet, and maybe we can get some type of footage of Diddy with the handcuffs on him being put in the back of that paddy wagon, right? Or do they put him in a Rolls Royce? Wow. Well, you just never know, you guys, with these celebrities, because why are they hiding the footage? You know, I just find it very suspicious that nobody caught a glimpse, nobody got a video clip, you know, of P. Diddy, the diddler, finally getting the cuffs slapped on his hands. So, keep it locked to OG Jucario TV, because I will be going over that unsealed indictment this morning, right? Once they arraign old P. Diddy, the diddler, later on today. So keep it locked to OG Jucario for the latest in hip-hop, rap, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.